Let's do a very important update for ADA here, which is Cardano, because I think there is some major development in the price action of Cardano. And what I'm talking about is a possible breakout that is happening for Cardano, right? And this breakout is huge because it is breaking out of a bearish pattern here. Okay, now, what I'm seeing for Cardano here, this is the weekly time frame, right? There is which is a huge pattern that has been forming since December of last year, okay? And it has been running within this bearish triangle pattern, which is a descending triangle pattern, which is usually bearish, okay? Which is, if it breaks down, that's not going to be good for Cardano because the breakdown target sometimes, um, the breakdown target is going to be about negative 30 cents. Okay. Well, sometimes, now this is just by the rule of technical analysis of how measurements are taken, right? Which is basically you take the opening of the pattern and then you put it, below the support line, right, which is about 50 cents. Now, of course, there's going to be times when technical analysis is wrong, like in this case, because it's going to take Cardano down to the negatives. So there's going to be times where you have to be critical about technical analysis, but I am still a major proponent of TA. That is basically what I use most of the time in basing my trades on, right? Looking at the charts and using TA, and it has been very reliable for me for the over 5+ years. But this is just one of those rare times. I just have to discard what TA is telling me, right? But if ADA actually is able to break out of this bearish triangle here, which is going to be very important, and it's looking like it's been trying to do that today. Okay, this is the daily time frame, and as you guys can see, ADA went up to as high as about $1.02 almost before getting a rejection. But this is still a potential break to this pattern here, which could be huge. Okay, now very important for ADA to actually break above this upward trend line here that I have it charted out on the 2-hour time frame. If not, then this could potentially form some type of a rising wedge. Okay, if the second swing comes back down to a potential bottom trend line here. Now, am I saying that? I also want to go back to this bearish triangle case. Am I saying that this bearish triangle cannot break down? No. I'm just saying that the price target is probably not going to get to negative, right? It could. I mean, if it breaks down, if ADA comes all the way back down here and break down from this bearish triangle pattern, it could go lower, right? But just not going to take it to the negatives. That's just not possible. So this is basically what I'm seeing for ADA. I think a lot of it is going to depend on Bitcoin, which is the driver of this crypto market. I did a more detailed analysis on Bitcoin on my longer video today, and I will link you guys at the end of this video. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin dumps, as we're seeing today, that is going to dump your altcoins, okay? That's very bad for the altcoins. You want to be rooting for Bitcoin, and I think there's still going to be more upside for Bitcoin. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinion on this market is bullish, but these are just my opinions, like the rest of this video, and it's not financial advice, okay? If you guys want to see any other coins in this market, or if you want to continue seeing more of ADA, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.